So, what's up? It's been a couple months since I last uploaded. I have no excuse to be honest. I've just been really lazy. Yeah. Uh, yeah. This is gonna be a new video. So, what I'm going to be talking about is my top three songs that I think are the best of all time, and I don't think so. They are because I'm always right. Someone else is always right, but anyways, I'm gonna go over the lyrics, the meaning of these songs, and why I love them so much. I am gonna have two honorable mentions, and you can say, "Oh, well, why don't you just make a top five video?" I don't feel like doing top five songs and going through every lyric and stuff. So just gonna be three songs, and you are gonna like it probably. But yeah. I can't wait to tell you the best songs. As you can see here, I got the script. Okay, so we're gonna flip. Honorable mentions. Ooh. So right now we got Moon by Daniel Caesar. This is one of my favorite songs, mostly the ending. If you listen to the end part, which is about a minute long, it goes quiet, like he's singing. And then it goes quiet for probably 30-40 seconds. He starts singing again, but it's not like actual singing. It's like he's kind of saying a poem. Oh, sorry, it's by Daniel Caesar, my goat. To be honest, it kind of sounds like SpongeBob music. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like when, I don't know. I just don't know. Anyways, that's number 5. And then number 4 is Heard 'Em Say by Kanye. I already went over the controversy with the Son of Spurgy album review. Yeah, I don't like Kanye now. I liked his music a long time ago, when pre-Nazi stuff, like the bad stuff he says online now. Even though he'll randomly say that he didn't mean any of it, or he learned his lesson, and then start spamming freaking stuff on Twitter. But Heard 'Em Say is just really good. I think it's probably one of his most emotional songs. Most because it's talking about life. It's not like Black Skinhead. Yeah, that's number 4. So the third best song of all time is Tormenta by Current Joys. So the meaning of this song, what I put is, this song is basically an internal conflict with himself, or I don't know the guys. I don't know the singer's name. I'm sorry. I just know the band is named Current Joys. But it's about himself fighting between loving someone and hating someone. And how he at first, wishes they never met. He was never in a relationship with that person until afterwards thinking about it and realizing that, things were bad, but he just was glad to be with him or her. I don't know anything about sexuality with him, so I'm not going to assume anything. That's why I'm going to say him or her. So. All right, so the lyrics, these are my favorite lines, or the lines I think stand out the most. Number 1, this line is, you once took me, now you take me a while just to get up off the floor. So this means, first off, the beginning part where it says, you once took me, that's when, you start dating the person. You take them into your life and cherish them like any other relationship. And the second part is, you take me a while just to get up off the floor. So this means after, relationship wise and everything gets negative, yeah, it's tiring for him, at least, being in a relationship, toxicity making everything worse, and how he's just tired of the relationship and wants things to end. And then for the second lyric that I put, the other two songs I'm gonna go over, I have 3 lines. But this one is, I won't let your winds blow me anymore, but you'll always be my favorite storm. So how I interpret this lyric is, he's not going to be influenced by that relationship anymore, pushed around into being, a worse part of his life at that moment, and how this person that they're dating is super negative and has, pushed them down. Yeah, that's why it says winds blow me anymore. And then the second part is, but you'll always be my favorite storm. Even though the relationship was bad and, everything went terrible, he still reflects on it as the relationship being, I don't want to say positive, but like something like positive. Like, kind of like he can't let go. He's stuck in the past where he wants to, even though he says, I don't want you to push me around anymore, but at the same time, I can't let you go. And I just think it's a really good lyric. It's one of my favorite lyrics of all time. So, yeah. All right, so the next song I got for number 2 is Blue by Zach Bryan. So the meaning of this song is, if you listen to the whole entire song, I extremely recommend it. Obviously, because it's the second best song of all time. It's basically doing whatever you can for love, even if you're pushed down, and it, like literally what it says in the song, it ruins you. Zach Bryan, he's, with his music, it's mostly relationship stuff, whether it be, I'm so sorry for this line, but it just looks so bad. I gotta cut this out. Anyways, yeah, it's gonna have to stay here. I don't know what I was just saying, to be honest with you. I'm not retaking this. So. Yeah, with Zach Bryan, he goes over most of his music. Is how he looks back on relationships and how he tries to grow as a person. A lot of his songs also go over addiction. I'm not going to, because like, even though I try and be smart and interpret these songs, when it comes to addictions like this, I don't know what addictions, because I'm not going to assume like, oh, he's talking about drugs or an alcoholic or anything like that. I'm not going to assume that. Addictions come in multiple different ways, not just substances or yeah. I think they come in lots of different ways, obviously, because you can have addiction in almost everything. Yeah. All right, so my favorite lyrics to Blue by Zach Bryan. Number 1, it is in the hot shade of summer or a cool crisp fall, I'd rather be ruined by you than be loved at all. So I mean, this one's pretty straightforward. I explained it when I gave the meaning of the song. No matter what time of the year or whenever, Zach Bryan will always fall for that girl, even if it means being put into a worse position himself. He'd rather be with that girl than be loved by anyone else. Yeah. Second line, I fell hard and I've loved wide, and you're the rarest in the world. This one doesn't rhyme, but I thought it was really good. What I think he was trying to say was, I don't know what he means by I fell hard, but I think when he means and I've loved wide. I think what he's talking about is like, he's loved his family, he's met people all around, friends, you know, but that one person is someone so special that he has to be there, or wants them in their life, in his life, they're just, that one in a billion, well, 1 in 8 billion, or however many people are in the world. But yeah, that's what he's saying. And then finally, the third line I put, bring me down, beat me blue. There ain't a heaven on the planet that saves me like you. That's bars, in my opinion. It doesn't get better than that. But first part, bring me down, beat me blue. That's basically him saying, do whatever you want to me as long as you're in my life. You can beat me. Yeah, I don't know how to word that else. And there ain't a heaven on the planet that saves me like you. I think Zach Bryan's religious. I think, because he talks about God in some of his songs, but I'm not, like I said, I don't assume. But yeah, what he's saying is like, there ain't a place like heaven, God, Jesus, or okay, any religion. I don't know enough about other religions to say anything, but whatever your belief is, they can't save you like, they can't save him like the girl he likes a lot or loves, and yeah, those are 3 lyrics. It's really good, I won't lie. All right, so the last song, my favorite song. I went over it. I know you got it if you're a longtime viewer. It is Emily's Song by Daniel Caesar. I put this as my number 1 favorite song on the album review of Son of Spurgy. And yeah, it's just the best song of all time. Okay, so the meaning. It's just, Daniel Caesar goes over his, like, he reviews his, like, looks over his past relationship. And, after looking back on it and the person that he dated, I'm not going to try to spoil the lines. I mean, if you watch the video, you already know it. He figures out his own flaws and his own self-growth. He wants to, grow as a person, and him looking back on the relationship makes him realize, what he could improve on. And basically, I know I'm kind of going over what I just went over in the Son of Spurgy review. Basically, the whole entire album was just him growing, and I think this song really outlines that, and I think it's just a really good song for, everyone. All right, so the lyrics. So here's line number 1. I just want to thank you for being my mirror, showing me myself. So this is him reflecting on his relationship, the person that he dated was just showed him who he was as a person, whether it be his actions or, basically his actions. I consider you talking as an action. But, yeah, that person showed him who he was, and rather than it being an entire negative of being in that relationship, it was like a positive, because it helped him realize that he needed to grow as a person. He needed to change for the better. Yep, just exactly what it says, kind of. Lyric number 2. Now that the feelings has floated away and I got a bit of clarity. Literally just like that line I just talked about, to be honest with you. After the relationship ended and he stopped, feeling the way he did about that person, he understood about his flaws and, got clarity, like how he has problems that need to be resolved, internally. Yeah. Yeah, internally. Yeah. Yeah. Last line I want to go over. Addicts are addicts and will never change, but we were never scared to be. I'll explain the second line first because I think that's pretty easier. But we were never scared to be. I think that's pretty basic. That means despite their differences in that relationship and their own problems, they still looked into the future, and still stayed together. Even though basically what happens in the song that I literally just described everything, the relationship ends and he realizes that his problems need to be changed and he needs to grow as a person, with or without the other person in their life. And then addicts are addicts and we will never change. I wrote, it sounds, I'll explain it. I put wheel, like not the wheel, but wheel. Yeah. It looks like well, but it's we will. We will never change. Addicts are addicts. We will never change. Obviously, that's what I just said. This one's kind of tricky, to be honest with you, because I think it's the exact same thing with the second line, but because we'll never change. That's their problems. How they say addicts are addicts. I want to repeat that basically. They have addictions and their own problems that collide with each other, kind of, and they're hard to change. And I think with the entire song going with it, with that person in Daniel Caesar's life, that enforces the problems, kinda, instead of him trying to change. It's making it so that being with that person makes it a million times harder to change. And then addicts are addicts. I think it's repeating but not saying the same thing, addicts are addicts and will never change. I think that's the exact same thing. You know what I mean? Addicts are addicts, they're going to be the same no matter what. And then will never change. You're going to be the same no matter what. Yeah, that's the third line that I thought was the most important. So that's the best 3 songs of all time. I want to thank you for watching my video. As you can tell, I put a lot more effort into this. I included a lot more clips of stuff outside of me, so you don't have to look at my face for a full freaking 24 minutes. I think that's how long this is going to be. I don't know. We'll see. But thank yous. And again, I am sorry that I haven't been uploading. I've just been lazy. I have nothing to say about it. All I've been doing is just watching YouTube and doing schoolwork, I guess. But I mean, it doesn't take that long. Yeah. Oh, I've been working out actually. I was gonna plan on showing you, my Ryan Reynolds bod, but I can't do that because it's just too good, Anyways, yeah. Thank yous. Just thank yous a lot. It's just awesome. I know I said that. I've been saying that a lot, but thank yous for watching. I can't express enough gratitude to all of yous. yeah. Thanks for watching, and yeah.